In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how we can use Power Query to combine files together. And this is a really common task, and Power Query is excellent at it. So let's take a look at our scenario. Now notice here that I have a folder called Transaction Data, and you'll find this folder in the Course Files folder if you'd like to follow along. Now, if we double click to open up this folder, what you're going to see in there are 3 transaction files, one for 2019, one for 2020, and one for 2021. So if we take a look at one of these files, let's just open 2019. So this is the file for transactions for 2019. And you can see here we have a date column, a transaction ID column, a product number, an account number, and an amount. So let's say that at the end of each year, we upload a file to this folder, and that file contains all of that year's transactions. And what we're effectively aiming to do here is we want to combine all of the transaction files together into one big long file, and we want to set this up so that when a new file is added to the folder, any pivot tables or pivot charts that are using this data automatically update with that new file's data. And we can do all of this in Power Query. Now, a couple of important things to note prior to doing this. All of your transaction files, or the files that you want to combine, need to be consistent in their columns. So in every single file, I have these exact columns. The data is going to be different for the different years, but the columns will be the same. The other thing to note is that I've put all of my data into tables and I've given them table names. So you can see here, this one's called TBL Trans 2019. And the final important thing is notice at the bottom here, we have Sheet 1. Now, I purposely haven't renamed these because I found that if you were to name this tab 2019, for example, and then the other file that you want to combine has a tab called 2020, you can run into problems with Power Query and start to get errors. So it's important to have all of your sheets named consistently, the sheets that contain your data. So I'm just going to leave all of mine on Sheet 1. And just so you can see what the 2020 file looks like, let's jump back to our folder and open up 2020. And there you go, you can see that this is consistent. It looks very similar to 2019. We have the same column headings. I've put this into a table and called it TBL Trans 2020, but we still have just Sheet 1 at the bottom. So with all that said, let's import those 3 files in the transactions folder and create a connection to that folder. So from Excel, and I've just got a blank Excel workbook, we're going to go to the Data tab, into Get Data from File, but this time we're going to choose from Folder. We're creating a connection to the transaction data folder that contains our transaction files. So let's select it, click on Open. So Excel is establishing a connection, and there we can see our 3 individual files that are contained within that folder, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Now at the bottom here, I have a few different options, and this is really going to depend on what you want to do. Now we want to combine these files together into one big long file. So let's click on Combine, and I'm going to say Combine and Transform Data. I kind of want to look at what my data looks like to see if there's anything I need to tidy up before importing it into Excel. So Combine and Transform, it's going to open up the Combine Files window, and it's going to give us a preview of the first file. So here's all the data for 2019, and if I click on Sheet 1, which is the tab that contains that table, you can see there is my 2019 data. If I wanted to check any other file, I could go to 2020. You can see we have consistency here, Sheet 1, that contains my table of data. So this is just sort of a good way for you to check that everything is looking good prior to opening it in Power Query. So I'm happy with this. Let's click on OK. So now we can see the data has opened in Power Query. And this isn't just one file, this should be one big combined file. Now I can easily check that. Notice that we have a source name column. Now this is a column that Power Query has added. This doesn't actually exist in any of my data sets. So this is just there, so you can see the file name that each row is attributed to. Now if I click the drop down here, I should be able to see all 3 files, 2020, 2021 and 2019. So I know that all of my data is now in this one big long file. It's combined it together. Now I'm just going to do a final sweep, a final look over my data to make sure there's nothing I need to tidy up here. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't really need it, is delete out this source name column. So let's click on remove. There we go. Let's check our data type. So we have date just here, that's fine. Transaction ID, that's a number, that's fine. Product number, that's fine. Account number, these are all looking good. Amount, I'm probably going to change that to currency. Remember, we're just changing the data type here. We're not changing the actual formatting. And those are the only columns that we have. And notice on the right-hand side, all of the applied steps. Now, the cool thing about this is that because we've now linked to the actual folder, when we add a new file into that folder, Power Query is going to run through all of these steps automatically. So let's load this dataset back into Excel. I'm going to go up to close and load. I'm going to say close and load to, and I just want to put this in a table. We're going to put it on the existing worksheet in cell A1. That's fine. Let's click on OK. And there we go, we have all of our files combined together. If I click the date drop down, I should see information for 2019, 2020 and 2021. So this is all looking really good. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how we can import other files into Power Query, which are going to give the product number and the account number a little bit more meaning, and also what happens when we add new files to the linked folder.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To see the full course that this video came from, click over there. And click over there to see more videos from Simon Says It.